Hey y'all, Patrick here, and welcome to Show Me What You Bass. This is the series where you guys send in your most beloved, most cherished, your best, your favorite, your take it to the grave bass, the instrument that you will always cherish and love. And we just look at it and we just enjoy all the different instruments. What's not to love? I will say right now, it's been a while since the last one, and there's a lot. There's a lot in the inbox. There's a lot in the inbox. Oh my God. Okay, but we can do this. We're just gonna push through this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go through all of them. We're gonna try our best, right? And right before we start, don't let that number discourage you if you haven't submitted yet. If you want to go ahead and submit your bass, go ahead and do it right now to showmewhatyoubase@gmail.com. Include 3 or more pictures and a very brief description, please. And yeah, let's just look at all these basses. First up from Elias, he says, even though the headstock says Slapper, the company's name is actually Clover, which was a German company. My father bought this bass back when the Stingray was extremely popular. He tried a Stingray in the store, and although he liked it very much and was close to buying it, he found that this bass from a very small, unknown German company sounded even better. Now that I'm grown up and just like him, learned to play stringed instruments, he gave it to me. Okay. Oh, this is interesting looking. Okay, that was like carbon fiber neck. What the heck? And those thick Bartolini pickups too. Oh man, I love that bridge. That is sick looking. And those knobs too. Yeah, that's a carbon fiber neck. That is wicked. That's such a bright red color too. This is a really weird shape, but I can dig it. I can really dig the shape of the bass. The headstock looks really cool too. I love the color. It's a carbon fiber neck. It has those Bartolini humbuckers in there. I bet this thing sounds wicked. Next up from Matt McCormick, he says, hey Patrick, this is my 2014 Warmoth Jazzmaster bass. I designed it to be a one-of-a-kind design with a Jazzmaster body and a 60s P-bass specs. The huge C-shaped neck and thick slab rosewood board, along with an alder body, Seymour Duncan quarter-pound pickup, and a concentric pot, this bass sounds massive. 90% of the time it's strung with labella flats and it punches hard. Other times when I'm using it for prog with elixirs, it spanks and grunts as heavily as it gets. All the battle scars are natural. I will be buried with this bass. It's the only #1 I'll ever have. Cheers from Montreal, Matt. Dude, cheers, man. Yeah, that looks really cool. Yep. That looks really good. Damn, that looks really good. I love that it's a beater too, man. Like, that's one of those things that, like, you go around, you play it, it gets nicks and damages on it. Like, it's not a museum. We're not Indiana Jones, you know? Like, things get played, things get dinged up. It's fine. Man, that looks so sick. I love that stacked pot too with the black hardware. Man, we're like 2 basses in and I'm already giving chef's kisses. Wow, dang. From Julius, he says, hey, that's my bass and I'm Julius. It's my first and only one. It's a JB8 from MSA Vision. I don't know if I said that right. Probably didn't. I changed the strap system, but that's the only thing I changed. So yeah, that's it. Greetings from Germany. Bye. Okay, so we got like a PJ design, another really bright red bass. What I love about this series a lot is I'm introduced to all these random brands I feel like I would never know otherwise, especially like the off-canter ones that are like, oh, this bass is from like 25, 30, 40 years ago. And yeah, this company hasn't existed since then, sort of thing. I love being able to see like different companies and their takes on things. Next up from Mr. Josh Hartman, he says, hey Patrick, here's my dearly loved, my #1, a 2019 made in Japan 62 reissued jazz bass in Flamingo Pink from CME. At its core, it's just a jazz bass. Everybody needs one, but I believe once in our lives that astral musical magnetism of the universe will bring a wholly, perfectly matched jazz bass across each of our paths. Amen. Or whatever. I mean, I agree with that. My jazz bass came across randomly with me, and it's still my #1 bass. This puppy is mine. I know CME had a Lefty Jazzmaster, a Mustang, and a Tele Thinline in the same color at the same time, but I haven't seen any since. For all I know, this might be the only Flamingo Pink jazz bass in the US. Can't wait to see what everyone else will send in. Keep dishing out that awesome content, dude. Thanks, Josh. Dude, thank you so much for the kind words, man. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that a lot. That looks really good. Oh man, it doesn't help either that like I've really been aching for a pink bass recently. Just like a shell pink. I mean, this flamingo pink looks really good. Look how happy he is with that pink bass. I need a pink bass in my life. Come on, man. From Mr. Benjamin Ortaleza, he says, hey Patrick, I'm a 17-year-old bassist and I discovered your channel recently and I've been enjoying your videos a bunch. Thanks, man. Anyway, here's my bass. I purchased it used about 3 years ago as my first bass and only managed to afford a 370 by going halfsies with my parents. Hey, that's awesome that they went halfsies with you, man. I love this bass dearly because of its ease of playing, its tone, its looks, and because of its features. Most notably, I love the neck on this bass. It's very nice feeling, has neck through joint, feels amazing to play around. The scale length is 35 inches, letting that low B rest at a super nice tight tension. I also love the tuners. I usually only have to tune once or twice a week, and they're easy to adjust. Nice. The pickups are EMGs, and they're fat with a PH too. I haven't seen fat with a PH in a minute. Combined with a 3-band onboard preamp, it's very versatile. Hope this makes it in the video. Thanks, man. Oh, it's one of those Schecters. Yes. Man, I remember seeing one of these Schecters a few episodes ago, and I feel like these have to be just really good basses. And I haven't tried any Schecters myself yet, but man, I do want to try one of these. They seem very hefty, but in a good way, sort of like a PVT-40, where it's like built like a complete tank, essentially. Oh, I love that it's neck through too, man. And that's really cool looking. I also love, this is the model that has like the faded gold hardware too. That just looks really nice. From Morgan Stark, they say, "Hi Patrick, hope you're doing okay." I'm doing good, man. I hope you're doing good too. First of all, please excuse my English. I don't practice a lot and I'm rusted. Hey man, I've been speaking English for 29 years now and I'm still terrible at it. So do not worry about it. So here's my favorite bass since 2009. It's a R4003 by the brand Asby Wizzle Guitars. Asby Wizzle. Asby Wizzle? Asby Wizzle. And also with you. French brand doesn't exist anymore. Okay, well, 22 fret set neck, long scale, very long scale. Strings need to be extra long scale. Body and neck seem to be maple and fretboard seems to be rosewood. Neck is thinner than original but wider. 2 single coil pickups, Rick type copies, 2 volume, 2 tone pots, 3-way switch. Heavy as a dead donkey, French expression. Heavy as a dead donkey. I don't think I've heard that one yet, but I think I'm going to start using that now. Heavy as a dead donkey. Okay. And suffer from a light neck dive. Sounds like a Rickenbacker. Mine is the Korean one, and I love it. Bonus, the first EP my band with this bass, Red Eagles Noise, French Stoner from Normandy. Cool. I'll go ahead and link that down in the description too. Bye, Morgan. Dude, thanks for submitting, man. I mean, that's a really good Rickenbacker copy, it looks like. I don't know. I want to try a real one day. I need to try a real one day. But then, like, what if I try it and I'm just like, it could be better? I don't know. Because I like the Harley Benton, like, RB414 that I have a lot. And I really need to mod that one. I know I need to mod that one, but I don't know. I still need to try like a real Rickenbacker one day. From Maurizio Marchetti, he says, "Hi Patrick, nice to show you my axe. This is a custom bass, totally passive with 2 Seymour Duncan pickups, the SPB3 and SMB4D. The reason why I chose this configuration is that I prefer passive basses. Same here, dude, trust. The sound is powerful. There is from the bridge to the neck a tone pot, rear humbucker coil volume, front humbucker coil volume, and P volume. This is all parallel, but maybe one day I'll put a switch to let the humbucker can work in series. Bridge is a Schaller 3D, tuners are Schaller 2. The body is ash in a beautiful and glossy Inca silver. The neck Canadian maple in a glossy finish. You can see in the neck side all the lumen lay. Have a great day." Dude, thanks, man. Oh, sick. That looks really good, man. I love that Inca silver color with the maple and the black hardware. Ooh. Oh, the lumen lays. I like the fret markers he put with it too. That's cool. Golly, I bet that thing sounds massive too because of the Seymour Duncans you put in it. I can't get over that silver. That is just rad. Going down the line, Lewis says, "Hey Patrick, please see attached images of my pride and joy, my Enfield Lionheart 5 built by Martin Sims of Enfield Guitars in the UK. I picked this bass up in the summer of 2018 after deciding I was in need of an upgrade and headed into Camden in London after work to a cool store called The Bass Gallery. I had a wander around the store and saw a few awesome Sandbergs and almost bit the bullet and bought a beautiful Arctic White 5-string. Then I saw this interesting bass kind of tucked away. I asked the store owner what it was and if I could try it. He told me he had squirreled it away as if he was anticipating someone to come back for it but hadn't shown up. I jokingly asked if it was for anyone famous and he told me it was in the hands of a Randy Hope Taylor hours before." Really? Randy's worked with the likes of Jeff Beck, Chaka Khan, Al Green, and many more, so this is super cool that I had a chance to play it. I then had to leave as the store was closing, but I returned the next day and to my surprise it was still there. I had to have it, so I bought the bass and it's been with me ever since. It has the most incredible pickup system that I think you would love. Check out the Sims Super Quads. Martin's an absolute genius. He made me a new pick guard as I wanted something a little more exciting, and that's my Enfield Lionheart 5. Thanks, Lewis." Thanks, man. Oh, I've seen these before. They're very like wall-esque looking. That is cool though. Yeah, and I've seen those pickups before and it's it sounds super dumb, but it's kind of daunting sort of. But I know like once I would play it, I'd be like, oh, okay, cool, I can figure this out. But just I know the system of those pickups is like something that's like super extreme. That's a rad looking bass though. It looks like super wide. I don't know if that's just the pictures or if like the bass is just genuinely really wide. But man, that is just really cool looking though too. I want to play that bass. I really want to play that bass. From Mr. Jared Wasan, he says the story of my 1975 Rickenbacker 4001 is ironically that I don't know its story, and it fascinates me because of that. I got one on the cheap for Rickenbacker at a local vintage guitar store, and the previous owner had done all sorts of modifications to it. For starters, the pickguard is black instead of white, the tuning pegs are non-standard, and the Rickenbacker logo on the headstock is upside down. Okay. Additionally, there was a useless metal plate under the neck pickup that did nothing but cut the pickup's output in half. Oh, okay. The wiring done when the neck pickup was replaced was rather DIY and removed the ability to output in stereo using the Ricca sound jack. Isn't that like the whole point of Rickenbackers though? However, once I got a talented repairman to remove the metal plate and fix the wiring issues, this bass has played like a dream and I haven't looked back since. There truly is no other Rickenbacker like it, and for that uniqueness, I truly adore it. Oh, that looks so sick. I love the black Rickenbackers that have the cream binding around it, but I also think that the black pickguard on this complements it so well. Holy hell, look at that rig too, damn. Flex much. God, I bet that sounds huge. Oh, that routing. Oh yeah, that routing job. Oh man, I see like the metal plate that you're talking about too. That's so weird. Yeah, it definitely looks like they hacked at it, but hell, if you got the bass for cheaper because of it, that's not really a bad thing. From Chris Hackman, he says, "Hi Patrick. Here's my bass. It's a Squier 70s vintage with Seymour Duncan quarter pounder pickups. I sanded the whole bass down and burned it. Brushed it up and stained it dark green. Put some black hardware, bridge, tuners, and knobs on it. Perfect for me. Stay healthy and keep on rocking. Greetings from Germany, Chris." Dude, thank you so much, man. Okay, so here it is at first, the 70s. I think we've all seen these basses around. That must have been after you sanded it and stained it. That looks really damn good. Oh man, look at that. That looks fantastic. Yeah. I love that. That is such a wicked color combination. I love that it's like that open pore green color too with the black hardware. Then you have the maple board too that has the black binding and the black inlays too. Damn, that just looks really, really good, man. From Mate, he says, "Hi Patrick. Ibanez Tallman TMB 100 manufactured in 2015 in Indonesia. On the Tallman, the original tortoiseshell pickguard and plastic battery cover were replaced with Mercac Composites colored carbon fiber pickguard." Ugh, I can't. Mercac Composites colored carbon fiber pickguard. Whoa, I'm gonna name my firstborn that. And Mercac Composites colored carbon battery cover. And then I'm gonna name my secondborn that. If you're interested in unique colored carbon fiber pickguards, you can take a look at mercaccomposites.com. Best regards, Mate and Pola, Croatia. Dude, thanks, man. Oh, that looks good. Look at that. I love that specific like baby blue, green, whatever this like color is. It looks so good. And that's a rad pickguard too. It matches the color very well. Oh yeah, you even got the battery cover too? Nice. Yeah, I've heard a lot of great things about the TMBs, and especially like the cheaper ones. I've heard they're just like straightforward from the get-go, awesome basses. From Doggin, I love that name. He says 1998 Ibanez Geo Sound Gear starter bass, and on the right is a 2019 Schlechter. Wait. Stop. Two basses? We'll do one bass. Let's go 2 for 2 on the stiletto. On the right, it's 2019 Schecter Stiletto Custom 5 Lefty. It's my dream bass, and I'll be put underground with that thing. I love that. All right, so yeah, we're gonna block out that first bass because yeah, if you guys send in more than one bass, then I'm just gonna end up choosing which one I like. Yeah, so only one bass. And again, like earlier, there's that Schecter, that faded gold hardware. This is a different color one, I guess. I'm assuming this one's also neck through, and this one just has like a flame maple cap on it. I want to try Schecter basses so bad, y'all. Come on. From Mr. Hunter Feeney, he says, "Hey Patrick, love your stuff." Thanks, dude. I play a Beardley Customs single cut bass. Ooh, that is very strange looking, but that wood is like mesmerizing. Damn, that is a good looking bass, but also an ugly looking bass, but also really unique and super cool looking bass. Look at those pickups alone. Oh my God. I'm so torn because it's kind of ugly as sin, but also like, I really like it. I don't know. I would definitely kill to play it. I want to know what it sounds like. I want to know like what main tones I can get with those humbuckers. What are they? That's so cool. That's so unique looking, man. Next up from Patrick, cool name by the way, dude. He says, "Hello, short history of my bass. 1, I bought it for less than 10 euros. All right. I like how this is starting already. A friend had this guitar in the basement. Bass looked like someone often threw it on the ground or used it instead of a hammer. And I'm sure the rats made a mattress out of it. Don't ask what I found in Gig Bag. Oh, no. I'm good. 2, the electronics were broken. There was no saddle and truss rod didn't want to cooperate. Ugh, that's always scary. 3, in the end, I was able to fix the bridge pickup. Neck pickup still doesn't work. Replace a few parts and make it playable. In return for a bottle of local beer, I got a pack of used red strings, but only for a few days. It sounded very good in this budget. Finally, about 35 euros. 4, I had to cut off the horns because they caused bruising on my thighs while sitting and playing. Okay. What bass is this? Greens from Poland, Patrick. Dude, cheers, man. Oh, yeah. I feel like this would also hurt me if I tried to play it. Is it like a BC Rich or like a Washburn? Oh man, it's so pointy. Yeah, that would hurt. That would hurt a lot to play, I feel. Oh, such a weird shape. Oh yeah, that does not look comfortable. It doesn't look comfortable at all. Like, yes, it's brutal, it's cool. And yeah, you could stab somebody with that headstock if you really wanted to. What does that say? Minsfeld? Minsfeld? Never heard of him. But hey, that's a $10 bass, dude. You can't really beat that. Especially like you just put in some work into it. So it's like 35 euros total. I mean, I would buy that for 35 bucks. From Christian, he says, I always wanted a Hoppus bass. Finally got one. Kind of. It's a Fender Blacktop P-neck 2011 Ash Hoppus body, Grover tuners, QP pickup, hipshot strung through A bridge. Plays amazing, sounds amazing. Hoppus was my first bass icon, so I had to decal it up to match my pop punk hero. There's a Pete Wentz next to it with all the upgraded hardware and a QP pickup. Figured I'd collect the emo signatures. Oh yeah, man. Got the Blink-182 inlays on it too. Or inlays, like what are they called when they're just stickers? Just fret stickers, I guess. Just the little extra things that they did with the Mark Hoppus P bass made it so unique. I guess mainly that really unique pick guard, how it's just one giant piece. I love that. And of course they put the big old octopus on it too. But it's funny because I've never played a complete Mark Hoppus bass. My main jazz bass has a Mark Hoppus P bass neck on it, but I've never played like an actual Mark Hoppus P bass before complete. From Mr. Chris Davis, he says, hey Patrick, my Going With Me to the Grave bass is a 2008 Epiphone Les Paul bass, given to me by my wife the night before we got married. Nice, man. It's got flat wounds on it, and I love the tones I get from it. I replaced the stock tuners with hip shots, no other mods made to it. It's heavy, but I like the flame maple top as seen better in the second picture, minus the reflections on the left. Kind of reminds me of a pair of faded jeans. Whether I make the cut or not, I'm looking forward to seeing everyone else's basses too. Thanks for letting us all do this. It's a great idea. Chris Davis. Thank you so much for watching, man, and thanks for submitting, brother. Yep, I've seen these before. I've never played one. I remember seeing these in Guitar Centers forever ago, though. I don't know how I feel. I don't like Les Pauls as a bass. I know that sounds really dumb and so specific, but it's like Les Pauls as a shape work way better as a guitar instead of a bass for me personally. But I really like that flame maple top. I want to know what those soap bars sound like. Is it anything unique or is it just like not a big deal at all? I don't know. I think Epiphone needs to come out with some more like unique bass models too. Epiphone, come on. Gibson keeps dropping the ball. Epiphone, y'all should pick it up. I mean, come on. From Mr. Roberto Santoro, he says, my Schecter Stiletto Studio 5. This bass is my absolute baby. Is that 3 Schecter? Like the other ones were stilettos too, weren't they? Is that 3 Schecter Stilettos in one episode so far? I've been playing bass since 2006 and I purchased this bass in 2008, and ever since then it's been my #1 go-to bass. I've played this bass on every recording I've ever done since owning it, both in bands I'm in and session work as well. Also have done tons and tons of shows with this bass as well as tours and even major festivals. Any style of music I play from rock and metal to funk and jazz, this bass delivers. It is that one. So all these, like, this is seriously the 3rd Schecter Stiletto. Okay, if that's not a sign for Schecter, come on, Schecter. Guys, Schecter, hit me up, please. Hi, how are you doing? My name's Patrick. Let's work something out. I want to play one of these basses because apparently they're really awesome. That faded gold hardware, I love it. I wish more brands would go ahead and do more faded gold. I think that's such a cool idea with that natural wood too. I really want to play Schecter. From B. Finn, he says, this is my 1990 made in Japan 62 reissue Fender jazz bass. When I bought it in 92 and it didn't have a scratch on it. The neck is so narrow at the nut that every other bass feels giant to me. Over the years, I've added a badass 2 bridge, Hipshot tuners with a D tuner, and Aguilar 4J HC pickups. I've had almost every make and model of pickups in this bass, and the Aguilars are perfect. It's also fitted with a set of well-worn DR flat wounds. I've had a lot of other basses over the years, but I've always come back to this one. It was my first real bass and is still my number one. Oh man, look at that thing. Yeah, you beat the hell out of this guy. I love it. Aesthetically, that is just wicked. I see you also sanded down the corner of your jazz bass. I'm assuming some of the paint was like flicking off, so you just went ahead and sanded that entire armrest down. And I don't have a lot of experience with Aguilar pickups too. I really need to start branching out and trying out more pickups. From Mr. Ian Sanchez, he says, "Hi Patrick, how are you?" I'm doing good, man. I hope you're doing good too. My name is Ian Sanchez, and I'm currently based in Buenos Aires, Argentina. I'm the bass player for a metal fusion band called Themaria. Themaria? Yeah, I'm going with Themaria. I know in advance that you don't like Warwick thumb bolt-on shape, but this one fits me really well and plays awesome. I bought it a few years ago from a dude that was using this bad boy at church, so you can imagine that the overall condition of the bass was nearly mint regarding the years. No battle scars at all. Circa 1996, made in Germany. Okay, so then a link to Themaria. I'll go ahead and put that in the description as well. Thanks in advance, Patrick, and keep creating this amazing content for your channel. Be safe. Regards from Argentina, and may the bass be always with you, Ian. Thank you so much, man. Thanks for submitting and the kind words. I appreciate it. And may the bass always be with you too. And also with you. Seeing like, yeah, you did call me out. I don't care for the thumb shape, but I just know like Warwicks just have, pun intended, that thump. That huge, just nasty, thick bass sound that I know a lot of people are always searching for. Dang, look at that rig. Wow, that is a wicked cab. I love the art on that. And that Spider-Man's there too. I bet that just sounds really good going through that rig, man. I don't know. Like the thumbs just look kind of weird to me. Yes. But I know if I played one, I'd be like, oh, this is badass. Like I know for sure I would say that. Oh, dude. Yeah. Come on. And last but certainly not least, from Gaiska Serrano, he says, "Hi Patrick, this is a Fender Coronado Bass 2 from 2016, a semi-acoustic and short scale with a sunburst color. The first time I've ever seen this bass was in an Instagram post and I fell in love immediately. So I began finding this bass to buy it and luckily I found it. The bass only has one modification, the tone and volume wheels, but instead of that, I wouldn't do any other change. It has a vintage bass sound appropriate to play slow rock, blues, and jazz. A great fan, Gaiska." Dude, thank you so much. Those look so good. I've always wanted to play a Coronado. Man. And I know like they reissue them every once in a while. Like this is like every once in a while. I don't even know exactly how many times they've done it. And I think Squire's done a few too. But man, I've always just been a sucker for those hollow body Fenders. Especially in that sunburst color, it just looks so good. And that's all we have today for episode 11 of Show Me What You Bass. Thank y'all so much for watching, y'all. Thank you so much for submitting too. Again, if you have not submitted yet, go ahead and submit your bass to showmewhatyoubase@gmail.com. Include 3 or more pictures, please. Do a short description and only one bass, please. I mean, if you do more than one bass, I'm either gonna delete it or I'm just gonna go ahead and just choose whichever bass that I want out of it. So yeah. We have to give everyone a fair chance. But yeah, thank y'all so much for watching. As always, let me know what you guys thought about some of these basses. Let me know what y'all think about Schecter basses. Again, I'm going to keep calling Schecter out. I don't care what they say. But again, thank y'all so much for watching, commenting, subscribing. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, for sharing these videos, all that stuff. Follow me on social media. I truly do appreciate it, guys. And of course, a humongous thank you to my Patreon supporters right here. Look at them. Just look at them. Mwah, mwah. If you want to be like one of these gorgeous people here and help support the channel every single month, be included in things like early access to videos, giveaways, and more, then head on over to my Patreon page. But y'all, thank you again so much for joining me for Show Me What You Bass. And of course, as always, stay safe, practice that bass, and I'll see y'all next time.